In this short video, we will explore multiplying and dividing fractions. Unlike adding and subtracting fractions, our denominators do not have to be the same when we multiply and divide fractions. Let me show you. Let's say I've got 1/3 times 1/2. Well, if I were adding 1/3 and 1/2, I would need an LCD to make the denominators the same. I do not have to do that when I'm multiplying and dividing fractions. When I'm multiplying fractions, I just multiply the numerators together and I multiply the denominators together. That's all I have to do when I'm multiplying fractions. Okay, let's say I've got 5/6 times 1/5. Again, the numerators, 5 times 1 is 5. The denominators, 6 times 5 is 30. At that point, we can always reduce because it would reduce to 1/6. All right, let's get really crazy. What if I give you something like this? 4 and 1/5, that's a mixed number, times 5/6. Well, in order to multiply these, I need to change 4 and 1/5 into an improper fraction. So how do I do that? Well, I multiply these, so 4 times 5 is 20, and then I add the 1. So that's going to give me 21 over 5 times 5 over 6. So I'm going to again multiply the numerators. 5 times 21 gives me 105. And I'm going to multiply the denominators. And at that point, of course, you can reduce. Okay, so if I'm looking at division, when I'm looking at division, we have a rule. Let's see if you can remember it. Let's say I've got 3/4 divided by 1/2. Well, 3/4 divided by 1/2, this is how you're used to seeing it in little kid school. You may see it like this, though, in your upper level math classes. 3/4 divided by 1/2. These are equivalent. They mean the same thing. So if I had started here, I would simply write 3/4 divided by 1/2. And then my next step is to take my first fraction and leave it the same. And then basically what I'm going to be doing is multiplying by the reciprocal of the second fraction. So that just means I'm changing it to multiplication of 2 over 1. If you cannot remember what reciprocal means, reciprocal just means that that fraction gets flipped around. So if I've got, let's say, well, my 1/2, the reciprocal of 1/2 is 2. The reciprocal of 2/3 would be 3/2. Okay, you just flip them around. All right, so now finishing this problem, multiplying the numerators, 6, multiplying the denominators, 4, and then of course you can reduce that if it calls for it. Most of the time I'm going to have you reduce. It depends on the kind of problem that we're doing, and I'll indicate that to you through the year as we go through all of this.